Okay, in this very last section of 4.44, use slope and y-intercept to model data. It's about model. This is about the word problem. This word problem. You're gonna have a sentence, English sentence to identify to understand that. Now, I don't have the question itself, but I can read that for you. So you have the book. You turn to page 262. This I'm using checkpoint number 5. So the first one you have doing the African American similar method, but here I have a presentation for you, so that's for you easier to understand that live show like this. So okay, let's see. Read the problem. Number A. Use the 2 point for Hispanic in figure 4.33b. This is 4.33b, also in the textbook. You want to find the equation in the form y equal mx plus b. That's slope-intercept form. The models the percentage of divorced Hispanics. Y. X years after 1970. So this is a year after 1970. So that's our x-axis, 10, 20, 30, And the vertical axis or y-axis, this is labeled as percent divorce. So 3%, 6%, 9% here. So that at the beginning of the year, as you can see, to solve this problem, as you can see, we have a line here. Y-intercept is roughly less than 4%. And then the second point, we have a point here. The x component, x coordinate 30, y coordinate 7.7, meaning 7.7%. Now we want to write out the equation of the line for this in slope-intercept form. So we have the 2 point. Y-intercept, we have the second point. So the question is, how do we find the slope here? So this line equation is, we want slope-intercept form like this. We have y-intercept already here. So we can identify here roughly like slightly less than 4. So y equal 3.9x. This is, if you put 3.8, that'll be fine. Okay, 3.9. I identify 3.9. And then slope. How do we find slope? Given 2 point. In our previous section, we know the slope formula. Given 2 point, y2 subtract y1, x2 by subtract x1. So the slope will be 7.7, y2, y1 is 3.9, x2 is 30, x1 is 0. As you can see, year 0. So you have a 30 denominator. This is 3.8. Okay? And then you want to use your calculator, because this problem wants you to do the rounding. So you use 3.8 divided by 30. As you can see, your calculator will show that 0.121266 continue. So that number is 0.13. This problem in the book, it said round your m to the 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places. That's why this is the third digit 6. You add 1 to this 2, you get 0.13. So that's earlier I made a mistake. This y-intercept is 3.9. The slope is 0.13. Okay? Y-intercept 3.9. Your slope 0.13. That's the model of this line. Okay? That's we answered part A. And in part B, use the model, this model, okay? This is the mathematical model to predict the percentage of divorced Hispanic in 2010. 2010, you're gonna calculate. This is 1970, 80, 90, 2000, okay? 2010 is right here. So you're going to use the x value 40 because starting year 1970 used 0. So 40 years later, 2010, that should be the line. You know, find the y value here using this model to do it. So let's get a 40. So 0.13 times 40 plus 3.9. This, use your calculator, okay? 5.2 plus 3.9, get 9.1. Slightly different data, that should be fine. So your y value here, this point, you know, x equal 40, y is 9.1. As the, you know, the y is percent. So when you use English, you use at year 2010, 9.1% will be the percent of divorce. Okay? That's how we, you know, do this problem, A and B. So this is the end of our section 4.44.